We're sort of experimenting with the nomadic lifestyle of the 21st century. I think when you come to a new city, you don't want massive costs on rental costs, because Barcelona's expensive to live in. You've got places like London, exactly the same. That's why a lot of people do sharing. We wanted to try and work with that and play with that.
You get inside and suddenly you have to decide between you're going home or you're going to the sharing space. The main theme of this was to have this sharing space, and then you have these 2-liter studios on the sides.
And we really wanted to design it where 2 strangers could come in as well. So you're not just friends, because I think in a city you're going to have a high turnover of people. This property was quite perfectly balanced because there's really 3 spaces. When you take the partition walls out, before it was a maze of corridors and small rooms, so we really wanted to take all that out, to sort of generate these 3 areas. So we've got one area at the back here, one area this side, and this is the communal space, but they're very equally balanced. So you've got, I think, 22 metres squared there, 22 metres squared there.
The actual apartments, so to speak, are 22 square meters.
Exactly, yeah, 22 square metres, and then the communal space in here is about 20 square metres. Well, it's really an experiment in flexible coexistence. So it's a flat for people that maybe come to spend a year in cities, and they want their own privacy and they want to have their own environment where they can shut it off at night, feel secure, have a lock on the door, but also they still want to socialise, meet people. And it's cost-wise as well, and they don't want massive costs.
You arrive, you hang your jacket, that's good. Here you can have some bottles of wine. Here you turn, you can put the shoes here.
I hate to use the word hacked, but IKEA hacked was when Miguel Angel's idea that we could use some pieces from IKEA but to incorporate into pieces that we designed ourselves. Good storage areas when you come in, just a division of space, so as you walked in you didn't walk straight into a kitchen. The table is a communal area and the kitchen is a communal area, yeah.
You have the kitchen, the dining room, and then you go to your apartment. Beautiful. Then one of the keys of the proposal was you have to allow the light come in, but you must be able to lock the space, but without blocking the light. And that's why we decided to make this. The sliding door, if I'm leaving, I can close it with a key and then I will never block the light. But if I'm, during the night, I want to go to sleep and someone is still dining there, I can close this one. That will make the isolation. And it's not possible to close it with a key. Then, suddenly it's like a mass blocking. That's the same element in both sides. No, you are allowed to close your space.
One thing that was critically important was trying to get this passage of light through, because it was such a narrow and dark area, and also the air ventilation. In the daytime there is light passing into this area here, but at night then, to get the privacy, you can close it off here, and the same on the other side. And then it can be locked as well in the evening or in the daytime as well. So really the idea was that if, say, person A went away for 2 weeks, he could lock the door, but they could leave this open, so they've always got light coming in through this into this area. Whereas usually if someone goes away for a couple of weeks, they'd shut the door and that'll be it.
So the idea is to have a small flat almost.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. A self-contained studio, and obviously there isn't a kitchen here, but everything else is here. You've got an open plan bathroom, you can study if you're a master's student, for example, and you can chill out, a reading area, a chill out area on the mezzanine, and you've got a big double bed area. You can feel comfortable here.
You have the sharing space. We step up some part of the center to have all the installations down. And then all this structure, all the cables, plumbing is going down, all the air conditioning and all this. It's a way to separate the different areas of the apartment without blocking. No? And then here you step down and you feel that you are in the room, and then you step up and you feel, okay, I'm in the studio. No? I can work a little bit. Or no, I can have the lunch. No? If I don't want to share my time with the other one, I can have it here.
And what we actually did is we designed That table and the two tables in here, they're exactly the same dimensions as this one. So you can take that table, you can put it here, you can bring the other two and then create a bigger space here. So all the furniture as well as the flat is flexible as well. So this space can turn into a one-off party area for a bigger dinner party.
And then the mezzanine. Now trying to play with the height of the building. You go up. In winter, all the heat is going up. You go upstairs and suddenly it's a warm space, no? The thought was, okay, I can read, I have some books here, no? And as well, I can use it like a desk. I will show you. You put here yourself, you put the pillow in the back, and okay, you can read a book, or you can play with your laptop. And suddenly, you have like another point of view from the apartment, no? It's a playful space.
And then really just sits in the back. So you could just sit here and just read a book and chill out.
But you didn't put a bed up here?
A bed, no, because there's enough space down there, and I think it's always a bit awkward. From a design point of view, if you're in the middle of the night, if you're getting up, going downstairs, down the ladder to the toilet.
And from this point, you can chat with the one that is downstairs. And as well, you can see someone having the shower. And it depends of the relationship that you have with your partner, that will be funny or not.
I think when you reach an age, you don't really want to be sharing a bathroom with other people. Obviously your partners, etc. That's totally different, but with strangers.
It's not a closed space because it's not a huge apartment. We're split in two parts. The bathroom, you have the shower on one side, you have the sink and the water close, but suddenly you can close yourself here and have a little bit more intimacy. And you can go here as well, no? You can close yourself inside the wardrobe, the one close, no one will hurt you. Or you can have someone having the shower and then you brush your teeth. And play with all those things makes people, I don't know, enjoy more the space, no? You can see the other studio. If you realize, like both sides are totally different, but with you playing with the same elements, no? You make a fixed glass wall instead of a sliding door, and then the door that allows you to close your space is here inside, no? And then you are gaining that space. No? That's the door that we close. And you are able to close it with the key. And if you want that intimacy, you close it like this, no? And this is the back of the bed. That's good as well. If you light up this, you make a layer of light here that is impossible that someone will see you from here. If you switch off this, suddenly the light from outside will be the one that will paint your portrait. But if you light here, suddenly no one is able to see you. One of the things we always do when we have a tiny space, try to understand how we get in, how we go outside. That's why the bed is bended a little bit, because when you come in from here, suddenly you can like go to these two sides. If we would have the bed straight, it would be impossible to have this table here. And then suddenly we will have a lot of space underneath the mezzanine that we don't need it. Making that turn allows you to get in, see the right connection to the bath. And then from here you're able to make one of these tiny baths for the kids and then shower him.
We wanted really to keep the bathrooms really as simple as possible, for cost reasons as well. Obviously, the more material you use, the higher the costs are going to be. We wanted really to let the features show.
You show the structure. That's beautiful. Now, why do you have to hide things? Then you have to play with this. You can see all the structure go through, everything is clean. You can see, no, how the light come in, and that's the bended line, arriving to this point, the connection. And then the air conditioner goes to this, goes like this, but you can still see the beams, the reinforcement still, and how we leave the beams crossing, no? And you can see the past. No? Sometimes those things appear. And here as well, the bath. Inside there's like a tiny window without glass. There was the original one, and we don't want to block the light. Hello. Instead of trying to impose the fashion of the time, that it depends only in the things you have been looking to in the websites, look to the apartment, look to the space. You know, if you are making an alteration of a building, play with, I don't know, the pipes or the tiles or the type of door, and then that is so much more important because it talks about the place.
These are from 1887, the hydraulic tiles. So this is something we really wanted to keep a lot of the history behind the building. This kitchen was actually reclaimed, so we wanted to try and upcycle really as much as possible as well. So it really was a patchwork coming together. So this is the idea that Miguel and Angel played with the colours and how we could how we could play with those. Just little things like that we thought were interesting details that we wanted to maintain. These I presume there were ventilation windows back in 1887 because this actually, the view goes out to just a wall.
You can see the original window of the kitchen. That is beautiful. We leave it like this, it's like so pop. And when someone lights up from the other side, it's totally yellow.
Part of obviously living was, we wanted to create as much storage as possible. So obviously under the bed, you've got a lot of storage space. We wanted to incorporate as much furniture as possible. So into these areas, you've got, furniture which is inbuilt. What we wanted to do really was mirror both sides.
And we have again the mezzanine. It's the same thing again, huh? Okay? You climb.
We felt it was important that both sides offers the same. I think when you go into a flat and you're sharing a space, you don't want your flatmate to have a fantastic apartment and you to have, so it has, pretty much all the same features. Apart from this has a bath, because we felt it was important to have at least a bath in one of the rooms. We wanted to design it in a way where you could also have a family, so that back area could change into a lounge. So in the future, if this is the main bedroom and that is the salon, so all you do, you just take the bed out, you put a sofa in there, and then it's a normal lounge area. We really wanted to go for maximum flexibility, and that was the idea.
You can put here. I love that position. Huh? It's like, okay, what is going to happen?
It's a hanging desk.
Yeah. The main aim was to have a multi-proposal apartment. No? Okay, can be used by two master's students, one in each side, or two couples, or suddenly, okay, well, you are leaving your apartment to a family that the kids can go upstairs, sleep there, you're sleeping down, and then you have the bath. Every time we are more used to share the space, no? The main thing is not changing the way we live, it's changing the way we look to our life, no? Again, you have the chance to chat with the one that is having the shower. And this is the main thing, no? Because we're gonna live, that's 80 years, enjoy yourself. But if you start to use it, your time in a different way, perhaps you will find like a better life, I don't know.